Hey guys, and welcome to my prep for a cozy night in. If this year has taught us one thing, it's how important it is to get comfortable staying at home and making the best of it. Today, I wanted to show you some of my favorite things to do for my family while we're staying safe at home. We've partnered today with HSN to share my essentials that I use to keep this prep simple. So along the way, I'm going to highlight some of their products and share some of my favorite recipes. I've got fresh bread on the menu, chocolate lava cakes, an easy dinner idea, and a really good, inexpensive wine recommendation for you. Now, since tonight is a date with my husband, I'm prepping during the day, and then we're going to have our own special dinner, just the two of us, once he's home from work and the kids are in bed. So I've just got a few things to do in the prep, and then we'll get into our cozy date night at home. And I know this is going to bring you guys some inspiration and help you come up with your own date night ideas. Something that I have been obsessed with over the past few months is having fresh bread on the table. There's just nothing quite like sharing a fresh loaf with your family. It's just warm and soft, and you can slice it up, put it on the table with some garlic butter, and it's just so amazing. The key here, though, in keeping it simple is making your bread in a bread maker. You can literally just throw in your ingredients, and it does the mixing, the kneading, and it even perfectly bakes your bread for you. The one that I have here is by Wolfgang Puck, and it even has an attachment on the top, so you can make the bread with nuts or dried fruits, and it'll just drop them in at the right time based on the setting that you've got it at. So it's really awesome, and I love being able to make fresh bread. You can even make it every single day. It literally takes me about 3 minutes to put in my ingredients and get the bread maker started, and it's so rewarding every single time. If you're looking for any of the recipes or products shown in today's video, just check the description down below. I'll have them all listed out for you guys there. Next up in my prep is making some dessert, and one of my most favorite things to make right now are chocolate lava cakes. They are so good, and I love how rich, like melty chocolatey they are in the middle. To counteract how rich they are, I like to put a little bit of whipped cream on top. So I'm just going to start off here by making my whipped cream topping. If you've never made it before, it is so easy to do in a stand mixer like this KitchenAid. You just pour in a little bit of whipping cream, you turn it on high with the whisk attachment until you've got stiff peaks, just a couple minutes, and you add a little bit of sugar if you want just to sweeten it, and whew, it is so good. I love that you can make the batter ahead of time. And then when it's time, when you're starting dinner, you can go ahead and just take a couple scoops out, bake them in the oven for 10 minutes when you're ready for dessert, and they're good to go. And they're truly perfect for a date night for that reason. Because even though it's at home and my goal is to make something really nice to share with my husband, I don't want to be in the kitchen, slaving away when we could be talking and relaxing and enjoying it. I don't think it would be as fun if I'm in the kitchen and he's just sitting there while I try to make a cake, So these are nice. I can make them earlier in the day, and then we can really just enjoy the night later. If you've ever had a stand mixer before, I think, at least for most of us, we'd tell you that we'd never go without it. I remember my KitchenAid was like the top thing on my list when Joseph and I got married. I wanted one of my own so bad, and we've moved a lot since then, but my KitchenAid has always come with us. Actually, I used to bake a lot when we were first married, and you might not know this, but I used to make cakes for events, baby showers, and I even did weddings. It was a lot of fun, but as we started to have kids and the complicated home baking projects needed to get a little simpler. But I've always loved my mixer, and we just recently upgraded to the bigger KitchenAid professional model, and I love that it's got that bowl lift, and you can seriously make so much with the bigger bowl. They're on sale right now, the lift bowl. So if you've been in the market for one or you've been wanting to upgrade, I think it's a great idea, and they do make really good gifts. Now, I want to make the table for tonight really special, and I wanted to just make a little place setting, something new, something fun with some things that we had. I had recently got some new napkins, and I put a little napkin ring on there, stacked the plates. I know that, setting a table, it's not something that is necessarily, all for my husband. I think when it's a date night and you want to make it special, you want to do those things that will be special to your partner, things that they will enjoy. But it's important to also think about what you enjoy too. What's going to make it, especially when it's at home, what's going to make it special? And when are you really going to feel, excited to share? And what's going to make you relax and enjoy the date night just as much as your partner? So I was trying to think of that when I was planning out our date night. What would be something that would be fun for me to put together that could make it special, and what could I prep ahead of time, and what would make it just very simple to just sit back and enjoy it as it happens. Of course, if you know me, the top thing on my list was to do a few floral arrangements, and I know this isn't really something that you need to do for a date night. And a lot of times, maybe on a date, your husband would bring you flowers, but this is something that, especially for myself, I just really enjoy going to the flower market or going to the farmer's market and picking out fresh flowers and putting something new together, really creating, and I just love doing it. So the same thing goes with putting together the table, or for some people, maybe they would want to do a more complicated dessert or something like that. But just think about, when you're planning your date night, think about what would truly make it special for not only the person who's your date, but also for yourself. What could really make it fun and special for you too. My favorite way of making lobster is actually in the oven, and I want to show you guys how to do it because it's so quick, but it really is amazing. And this way, next time you're in the store and it's on sale, you can jump on it and make something really special for dinner. So as you can see here, what you're going to want to do is cut it down the back of the tail, and then you're going to curl it and you're going to roll it into a towel. This just helps to make sure that it's open, it'll cook evenly, and it's also going to make it a lot easier to remove from the shell after we bake. So roll it up, give it a hard press, and then we're gonna take the lobster tails under the sink, and you can rinse the meat really, really well, and also just sort of pull it a bit away from the shell. It'll still stay at the very base of the tail, so it's not gonna fall out or anything, but this way it's gonna be so easy once it's done cooking, and it only takes just a few minutes in the oven when you're ready to cook it. So we can prep now, and then we can cook when we're ready. Now, even though we aren't leaving the house for our date night, I still think it's fun to get made up. Like, if you love doing makeup, try out a new eye look or a lip look, do your hair, or do a date night outfit. Like, whatever makes you feel like this is extra special and makes it feel like a real date, do that. Tonight I was wearing the Too Faced Enchanted Dreams set. This one's got 2 brushes, you've got a lip plumper and mascara, 2 beautiful blushes, and a full eyeshadow palette. It's a great mix of mattes and shimmers, and I love the berry tones on this one. Like, it's so pretty, you can come up with so many different eye looks, and I really feel like Too Faced does the best like seasonal palettes. They really do, and I've pretty much been getting one from them every single year for the past, I don't know, 5 years. I'm always impressed. For my mascara, I really like the Too Faced Better Than Sex mascara. I know they've got some sets, not only the Enchanted Dream set, but they also have one with the mascara and the eyeshadow primer on special right now. So those are really nice. If you're a stickler for volume with your mascaras, you'll really like this one, especially if you like the natural bristle kind of wand. For my outfit for tonight, I just put on a kind of silky top that I think looks, cute for a date. And I also have on my cozy Cuddle Duds fleece leggings. Once I got them, I loved them so much. I'm like, I need these in a couple more colors. So got the green ones and the gray ones on the way. I think they look cute as leggings, but they're also super warm. And for my shoes, I've got on some cozy bear paws. These you can actually wear out of the house as well. And they've got like a crazy good rain guard on them. You could literally, jump in a puddle and it'll just beat off. I had a few finishing touches that I wanted to set up just around the TV because we were doing a movie night tonight. So I set up a little string of lights, and I wanted to add the little bouquet that I had from earlier, a little tray with some wine glasses, and I wanted to give you guys a wine recommendation too. So this one is called Mama Mango. It's a black bottle, it's got the yellow at the top, and I think even someone who doesn't love wine already, they would like this. It's a Moscato, it tastes just like a fresh mango, it's so good. And that's about when my husband got home. So here he is, home from work. Of course, being a paramedic, he does have to change at work. Obviously, there's special circumstances going on right now, and for the nature of his job, he always comes home with clothes he's got to throw in the wash, and he's got to go take a shower and such. But while he's doing that, I'm going to get our linguine going. So I throw that in. I've sauteed some shallots with a little bit of bouillon, put some water in there, and then I'm gonna take out our lava cake batter so that when we're kind of finishing up with dinner, it'll be, warmed up enough that I can do some scoops into the oven. I'm also gonna chop up some fresh tarragon, and I use that in the sauce for the linguine. It's a really great combination with the lemon, the tarragon, and the shallots, or you could use red onion if you have that too. But it's such a nice combination, and really it is an affordable dinner, especially if you're making this for a family. Even my kids like the tarragon linguine. So I'm just gonna go ahead and get the lemon chopped up and add that into the sauce. By this point, our bread is totally done, ready to be sliced, and as always, it looks amazing every single time. I love how easy it is to have such impressive, fresh bread every single time. So I'm able to just cut straight into this. I made a little bit of fresh garlic butter and add a little bit of pepper to that, and it is just so good. You can see it's just steaming here. It's fresh bread ready to go on the table. I also whipped up just a quick side salad, just a little bit of a Caesar dressing. I'm really loving the Kin's Caesar dressing right now. It's so good. And I always flip that in a separate bowl just so it doesn't look quite as crazy from the dressing. If you're gonna dress the salad for everybody, I like to do it in a separate bowl. It keeps it a little bit cleaner, and I think it just makes the presentation on the table a little bit nicer too. And then of course those amazing flickering candles. I swear, like, these are the realest not real candles I've ever seen. They're from August and Leo, and they actually come in a lot of different colors too. We have the white glitter candles. And the last thing that we need to do to prep dinner is just to throw the lobster into the oven and plate that fresh pasta with the sauce. I like to spin it. I think it looks really neat on the plate. And then really all that's left to do is just to add your lobster. You could put it up still in the shell, or we like to just chop it and layer over the top. And it's always just so amazing and exciting, and it's just a special splurge for a date night. I think as parents, one of the things that we don't get to do is to truly relax together, like at the exact same time. Those few hours in the evening are really that opportunity, and with just a little bit of pre-planning and setting things up during the day, I think it's so nice just to get to sit back and have a night, to really just go on a date and be me, not mommy. Don't get me wrong, I wouldn't change my mommy title for anything, but it's important to not get lost and to not let our relationships get lost either. Keep moving forward together and moving in the same direction. If we want to have good communication, then we've got to give ourselves the time and the space to communicate, and when we're relaxed and comfortable. So consider this a friendly PSA. Oh, and if you're the sort of couple that never takes pictures, then take a couple on your date night. In 5 years, you're going to want those pictures. And I don't care if you dressed up for your date night or not, just take some. Life is too short to wait for some perfect moment or some special event to be happy with where we are at this moment or how we look. Just document and enjoy the time you have with the people you have in your life now. If there's one thing that I'd love to get across in today's video, it's that old saying, you can't pour from an empty cup. I know as mothers, a lot of times we can tend to try so hard to care for everyone else, but we need to make time for ourselves, and we need to make time for our partners. It's the special moments, and it's this quality time that we prioritize, and we make time for it. When we put in that time, that is what helps us stay connected, even when the outside world seems so uncertain, even when people are losing jobs, and even when things get hard. I just wanted to say that, whether we're doing a Zoom call long distance with our family or friends from across the world, or whether we are making time with our spouse and we're having a special date night, it's important to make the time for the ones we love. Well, you guys, I thank you so much for coming along with me on such a special date night in. If you enjoyed it, please give it a thumbs up, consider subscribing, and if you're curious about any of the products mentioned or sales going on with HSN, you can find all those links and recipes down below, and I hope to see you guys back here next week. Stay well, and we'll see you soon.